Hi boys and girls, welcome to today's lesson. Today we are looking at Module 2, Lesson 13. And our learning goal is, I can subtract 9 from a 10 group. This is going to be very similar to what we've already been doing. So let's get started and take a look at our first problem. Our first problem today is a word problem. Let's take a look at it. Tim has 10 cupcakes on a plate and 5 cupcakes on a table. He gave 9 cupcakes from his plate to his friends. How many cupcakes are left? We've got a lot of good information here, but we don't know what our total number is yet, do we? We have our two parts that they gave us, 10 cupcakes on a plate, 5 cupcakes on a table, and we have what he gave away, the 9 cupcakes, but we don't have the total number yet. So to do that, let's make a number bond. So I'm going to make a number bond right here, and I'll have my two parts here. And we already know our two parts, don't we? That's right. 10 for the 10 that he had on a plate. And what's the other part? Yeah, 5. So our two parts are 10 and 5. And 10 and 5, if we combine those two parts, what do they make? Yeah, 15. So let's put 15 in right here. So now we know we have 15 total. So we can start out on our subtraction problem here, can't we? We can say that we have 15 and he gave away 9. And we know it's going to be subtraction again, boys and girls, because he gave them away. If we're giving something away, we're going to have fewer left. So we know it's going to be subtraction. If it were adding, we would have more. We'd have more than we started with. This time he's going to have fewer than he started with because he gave them away. So let's write that in there, that he gave or subtracted 9. And then we need to know what that is going to be. So let's draw that out really quick. So let's draw some dots here to represent our cupcakes. So we have 10 cupcakes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And on his table, he had 5 cupcakes. So let's put that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be very similar to what we've been doing. Some of you guys may already know what we're going to do next because it's what we did in the last few lessons. We're going to subtract or take out our 9 cupcakes. So he gave 9 cupcakes from his plate to his friends. So we have 9 there. We're going to subtract that. So let's go ahead and cross out 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 9 is really quick when we have a group of 10. I know that if I have a group of 10, I can cross all of them out except 1, and that would be my 9. And now I'm going to circle what I have left, and let me count that up. So I have 5, and then one more is 6. So I know that after he gave away his 9 cupcakes, he still has 6 left to eat on his own. Let's take a look at another word problem. There were 10 ants on a picnic blanket and 4 ants on the grass. 9 ants from the picnic blanket went into the anthill with a breadcrumb. How many ants are not in the anthill? Okay, so it looks like we're going to have more subtraction here because it says 9 ants from the picnic blanket went into the anthill. So that means that they went away. They aren't there anymore. But we have 9 that went away. We don't know what we're going to subtract that 9 from yet, do we? So we have to do that first initial step to find out how many ants we have in total, so then we can subtract those ants that left. So let's go ahead and make that number bond again. So I'm going to make my number bond right here with my two parts. And we did have our two parts, didn't we? So we have our 10 ants that were on the picnic blanket. So there's our 10 ants on a picnic blanket right here. And then we have 4 ants on the grass. So let's put in our 4 ants on the grass. I can then finish my number bond. I have my two parts. I have 10 and 4, which when I add those or combine them together, it's going to be, that's right, 14. So it's a lot like what we've been doing. We just are kind of doing the opposite, aren't we? In the previous lessons, we took 10 out of the 14, and then we had our 4 left over. This lesson, we're kind of doing the opposite. We're combining the two. We're going 10 and 4 are 14. Same principle, we're just doing it the opposite way. So let's write out the subtraction problem that we have then. So we know that we have 14 total. So let's write that down, 14. And we know that we had 9 ants leave. So 9 ants left. So it's going to be subtract. If they're leaving, we're going to have fewer remaining. So it's going to be subtraction. So we have 14 minus 9. Let's draw this out now. So let's put down our 10 dots for the 10 ants on the blanket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we have our 4 ants on the grass. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to subtract or take away those 9 ants that left. And remember, anytime we show subtraction on our drawings, we draw a line through it. We're showing that we're taking them out. We're removing them. They aren't there anymore. We've subtracted them. So let me draw a line through 9 of my ants that I drew out there. And now I'm going to circle what I have left. And that is going to be our answer. And I don't need to recount this. I don't need to say 1, 2, 3, 4. I already know there's 4. I put that 4 down, 4 dots, 4 dots. So I can just count on from that. I can just go 4, 5. So 14 minus 9 is 5. So let's go ahead and write that down right here. Okay, boys and girls, if you don't have it already, I want you to pause the video, grab a whiteboard or a piece of paper for you to do these problems with me. We're going to do similar problems to what we've already done. I'm going to be doing the one in red. You're going to be doing the one in blue. What I want us to do is to draw out that number bond like we did in the previous lessons, to draw them out and to show crossing out 9, to show that we subtracted 9. So let's go ahead and start with that. Looking at my problem, I see I have 13 minus 9. Well, if I put 13 into a number bond here, and I split out the 10, because remember 10 is an easy number to work with, nice and friendly, my other part is going to be 3. I'm going to draw that out now. So I'm going to have 10 dots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. And then, since it's minus 9, I'm going to cross out 9 of those dots. There we go, crossed out 9. And I'm going to circle or group together what I have left. And if I count them up, I've got 3, and one more is 4. So 13 minus 9 is 4. If you haven't already, pause the video and I want you to complete 16 minus 9 on your own, following the same steps that I just did over here, and then come back and check your answer. Welcome back, boys and girls. So here's what you should have. You should have your number bond here where you took your 16, you took your 10 out of it, and your 6 out. Then you drew them out. So you had your group of 10 dots and your group of 6 dots to represent the 2 parts of our number bond. Then, since our problem said that we were to subtract 9, we take out 9 right here. And we know that if we have a group of 10 and we take out 9, we are going to have 1 left over. So we just add that 1 over here with that group of 6. So we have 6, and then 1 more is 7. So 16 minus 9 is 7. Great job, boys and girls. Let's take a look at another one. Go ahead and erase your whiteboard or find a blank spot on your paper. So I'm going to be doing 17 minus 9. You will be doing 18 minus 9 as I work on mine. So I'm going to get started over here. I'm going to start by drawing my number bond. So I'm going to have 17 here. Whoop, 17. And I'm going to take out my 2 parts. I know I have 10 is one of the parts I want. And if I have 17, I took 10 out, that's going to leave me 7. That's my other part. And then I'm going to draw that out on dots. So I'm going to draw my 10 dots here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm going to draw my 7 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I'm going to then double check my subtraction problem here that it is subtract 9 minus 9. And I know that if I'm minusing 9, I need to cross those out. Anytime I subtract, I cross them out. I'm taking them out. So there's 9 I crossed out. And again, I can just really quick visually see I have my group of 10. If I take out 9, that just leaves me 1 left. So I'm going to now group my 7 and my 1 more together. So let me circle that up. And I know I have 7 and 1 more is 8. Okay, boys and girls, if you're not done with yours yet, pause the video, finish your problem, then press play and double check your work. All right, boys and girls, welcome back. Hopefully this is what you have down on your problem. So we had 18 minus 9. We took our 18 and split it into a 10 and an 8. We always take out that 10 because it's a nice friendly number. So there's our 10 dots here, and here are the 8 that represent the 8 that we took out. We then double checked, we are subtracting 9. So I'm crossing out 9 here, and I'm noticing that in my group of 10, anytime I have 10 and I cross out my 9, I have 1 left. And that 1 is just added on over here to what I have in the other group. So I had 8 and 1 more is 9. So 18 minus 9 equals 9. Great job, boys and girls. Go ahead right now, pause the video, and grab your problem set. Welcome back, boys and girls. So this is what your problem set should look like. And let me zoom in here so you can see. It will say at the top, Lesson 13, Problem Set 1.2. That 1 is first grade, 2 is Module 2. Let's go ahead and zoom in here and read number 1. So our first problem says, solve. Use 5 group rows and cross out to show your work. So our first problem says Mike has 10 cookies on a plate and 3 cookies in a box. He eats 9 cookies from the plate. How many cookies are left? They started out with a number bond and they filled it in for us. So we've got our 10 cookies that he had on a plate here. And then he had our 3 cookies that were in a box. We just have to finish this off because he ate 9 cookies. He eats 9 cookies. And we know that if you're eating cookies, it's going to be subtraction because they're not there anymore. So let's cross out 9 of these cookies. So I've crossed out 9. Now I'm going to group together what I have left. And I now can look and I go 3 and 1 more is 4. So Mike has 4 cookies left. Okay, let's take a look at number 2 and start on that one together. So on number 2, it reads, Fran has 10 crayons in a box and 5 crayons on the desk. Fran lends Bob 9 crayons from the box. How many crayons does Fran have to use? All right, so we've got the top of our number bond, our total amount filled in for us, but we need to put in our 2 parts here. So let's do that together. So I'm looking and I see he has 10 crayons in a box. So let's put in 10 as one of our parts. And then I look and see, and he has 5 crayons on the desk. So 5 is going to be the next part that we have, 5. So let's put 5 in. All right, boys and girls, what I want you to do now is I want you to pause the video and finish this problem on your own. What you're going to do is you're going to draw out our number bond right here. You're going to draw out 10 dots and then 5 dots. You are then going to subtract 9 because Fran lent Bob 9 crayons. So you're going to come back over here. You're going to cross out 9 of them. You're going to circle as a group what you have left. And that will be your answer here for Fran has blank crayons to use. Finish that problem, come right back, and we'll take a look at number 3. All right, welcome back, boys and girls. I hope you're able to finish problem number 2 with no problem. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at 3. It says 10 ducks are in the pond and 7 ducks are on the land. 9 of the ducks in the pond are babies, and all the rest of the ducks are adults. How many adult ducks are there? Well, let's start this out together. So we have 10 ducks in the pond. So let's go ahead and write that in as one of our parts. We have 10 ducks on the pond. Then we have 7 ducks on the land. So let's fill in that part here. 7 ducks on the land. Okay, now our next step is we need to know how many we have total right here. So 10 and 7 equal, oh, did you get it? All right, I hope you did. So you're going to put in your answer right there. Next, you're going to draw out our 2 parts. So you're going to draw out 10 dots, and then you'll draw out 7 dots. And we need to subtract. 9 are babies, and the rest are adults. How many adult ducks are there? So because we know there's 9 that we're going to be taking out, we have to cross out 9 of our dots. Then circle and group what you have left, and that will tell you that there are adult ducks. And that's where your answer will go, right here. Pause the video, rewind it if you need help with the explanation of what to do again. Once you've finished, press play and we'll take a look at problem number 4. Welcome back, boys and girls. All right, the directions read, with a partner, create your own stories to match and solve the number sentences. Make a number bond to show the whole 10 and some ones. Draw 5 group rows to match your story. Write the complete number sentence on the line. All right, boys and girls, so basically what they're asking us to do is to work with a partner. But I know you're working at home right now alone, so you don't need to worry about creating your own story to match. We're just going to work on solving these problems. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the first one together, and then you'll do the next 2. You'll do numbers 5 and 6 on your own. Let's start on number 4 then. Number 4, we have 16 minus 9. So we've got our number bond over here. I'm going to put that whole number right here in the top of our number bond. So I'd like you to do the same. Let's put in 16 right there. And then we're going to break that 16 into 2 parts. One of the parts is going to be yeah, that's right, a 10. So let's put a 10 in as one of our parts. And then the other part will be, if we take a 10 out of the 16, we have, 6 left. Next, we need to draw some dots for this. So let's draw it out. So we know we have to have 10 dots. So let's put that down. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is what they mean when they say draw 5 group rows. We draw them in groups of 5. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And our problem says that we are minusing 9. And we know that anytime we have subtraction, we're going to cross them out. So I'm going to cross out 9. And again, I'm noticing that I have my group of 10 here. Anytime I take 9 from 10, I just have 1 left over. So I'm going to add that over here to this group. So I'm going to circle them up. And I can see that after I circle them up, I've got 6, and one more is 7. And then the other thing they want us to do is just to rewrite this problem right over here, so we get in the practice of writing these subtraction number sentences. So let's do that. So we figured out that 16 minus 9 equals 7. Great work, boys and girls. You are now going to go and finish this page by yourself. You're going to finish number 5 and number 6. You're going to do it the same way we did number 4. If at any time you get confused on what you need to do, go ahead and pause the video, rewind it, and come back and see what we did up here so you can complete these problems. Great job today, everyone. I'm proud of all the work you did. And don't forget to take a picture of your work and post it in Seesaw.